you got that key?
Just I'd say a lot of promoting Door County the last couple of weeks or last couple of months, I would say, and just going up there in the summer and really having a good time. But it's a good thing I had a good game because it was already planned. So I'm happy I played well and we got a win, and it was a great way to celebrate all of that.
Was that like the Chamber of Commerce up there, or who put that together?
Yeah, it was a destination Door County, so it felt like the Chamber of Commerce. I got some business cards, and I got some more places I got to go to explore now. A couple more places on my radar.
How many times would you say you've been to Door County? Do you go every off day, or is it just a summer thing? Year-round?
In the summer, I practically live up there unless I'm training somewhere else, and then almost every time we've had an off day, I've gone up, I would say, for the most part.
Are you the first recipient of the key to Door County, or is this a thing?
Yes, it's 101. 101. There's only one key.
Are they going to give you a door? You're thinking about that?
Well, it opens up a lot of doors. I don't know if you ever heard of like a skeleton key, but the county is filled with doors if you didn't get it by the name.
AJ, I'm sorry if you've explained this before, but so I know your future wife is from here. I think my wife actually coached her in gymnastics once upon a time. Well, how did this all start? Like, you guys start dating and she took you up there and you found like?
Yeah. So her family has a place up there, and obviously met them, and that was the summer I first got out here, and it was really fun. And we just kept going, and then I found like I was dragging her up. She's like, I always go up there. Like, we got to go back up, and so my routine is on a good Victory Monday, try to get up there to AC Tap, get some victory wings in, and the rest follows. Maybe a little Al Johnson's for Tuesday breakfast. I can go on and on for days with this.
Did you figure out a place you're going to put that yet, the key?
Yeah, I'm actually moving into a new place soon, and I want to build a nice little office space, and I'm going to try to do a DIY kind of shelves behind myself. So we'll see how it turns out for like Zoom meetings and stuff, but right up there I'm going to get a little light for it. It was either that or like wear it around my neck. Yeah.
So Matt LaFleur this morning told us he's surprised you get the key and he hasn't even been to Door County. Do you believe him? Is there any way that's true?
I don't know. I mean, he is pretty busy guy. He's been, he has to coach us up for sure. But I told him, anytime I'll show him around the county. I'm the guy to do it. I got a bunch of places for him to check out, and it'll be fun to get coach up there.
AJ, for a guy who's not from here, there's very few guys who come in here and kind of seem to fit in the way you have them. The locker room is one thing, but like in the community, the way, like, did this start to feel like home for you fairly quickly, or how does that kind of play out for you?
Yeah, it really has. I mean, obviously a large part of that would be my fiance and her family and things like that. But also, I've always been one to kind of thrive in a family environment. I went to the school I went to in high school, the prep school I went to, close-knit community. I was lucky enough to have great coaches in high school and college that were kind of like father figures for me and their families. And so that's kind of like the thing we have here in the locker room and also in the Green Bay community. Now, I've always told the story when I got out here after I got drafted. People are like messaging me on Instagram like, hey, we got some leftover, like we have lasagna we just made, we can bring it over. And me being kind of like from the city, I'm like, I don't trust food from just strangers. But like just that thought, like people are that nice and welcoming here. And it's something I really honored to be a part of. And when I say like honored to be a part of this family, yes, this team, but it's also everything that comes with it. And that extends all the way up to the peninsula.
I remember right after you were drafted, it was still in the middle of COVID. They weren't having organized team activities together here. It was still all virtual. You were here right away working out with Scotty. I met up with you then. Do you think your love of this community and feeling a part of it stemmed from you being a part of it so early when the rest of the team wasn't around? It was just you here working out, getting to know the area?
I would definitely say it definitely helped. I got drafted, once again, I don't know the exact date, but I think April 26th, and I moved out here 3 days later. And the middle of COVID, nothing was open. You couldn't even go to get anything to eat or anything like that, but moved in, had no furniture. Actually, my birthday was May 2nd, so I knew nobody. I celebrated my birthday just watching like Netflix on the floor with no furniture in my apartment. But you know, like you said, I went to Synergy to work out. I got to meet the people over there. They treated me very nice. Got to, as COVID kind of dwindled out a little bit and we started to be able to go places, I had the opportunity to meet people I don't think I necessarily would have if we would have been gone. We would have had OTAs, I'd have been busy. And so, you know, for what it's worth, I'm thankful for the experience that I had in the process of getting to know Green Bay.
You know, you always prepare to play, and you're one play away, and I understand all of that. But mentally, are you preparing any different, knowing that the load is going to be different Sunday?
I'd say yes and no. No, in the sense that, like you said, I'm always prepared to. Everybody's always trained and prepared to. You know, at any given moment, your number can be called. But I also am prepared to and preparing myself mentally to just understand that I'm going to be the first back out there to make sure that I'm extra on top of everything. It's not a what if situation. It is a situation where I am there. So, you know, just kind of re-going over my things, but not doing anything extra. Just, you know, fine-tuning it, crossing my T's, dotting my I's.
When Aaron went down on Sunday, was there a little bit of a fear that he might be gone for the year?
I wouldn't say that, but you know, for me, him being one of my closest teammates, somebody you know, I love it like a brother. It was when I came back to the sideline after we're done with that offensive play, and I got to kind of take it in. You know, I felt, you know, obviously really bad for him. I just wanted to make sure, you know, he was good and everything like that. And like I said, after the game, he said, "Go finish it. We'll talk about everything else later." And that's where my mind went.
AJ, you said something at the beginning of all the Door County talk that shouldn't be forgotten. You had a pretty good game Sunday, and it's not your first one. What's it been like to get, you're kind of, you know, you're running back 3 last season, kind of in obscurity. What's it been like to kind of be more on the scene and get that kind of attention that comes with it?
It's been good. It's been good. More so just to get more and more comfortable. I really, genuinely, I couldn't tell you how many rushing yards I have, how many passing yards, or any of that stuff. I know everybody says they're not a stat guy, but I really don't know. I couldn't tell you. I'm just really happy with, you know, the progress I see each week. I set goals for myself. I keep accomplishing those, and you know, I'm getting more comfortable. And you know, that for me is the ultimate goal, to just go out there and be, you know, trusted by my teammates. And when I see guys coming over and they're like, "Good job," or "I'm proud of you," like that really does mean a lot. Like I said, that family atmosphere, that's where I've always thrived. That means so much more than, you know, all the numbers and that stuff. So it's been awesome to go out there and, you know, do well.
Have you noticed more attention on the field, whether that's defenses playing you any differently than they have before, or any, you know, conversations with defenders before or after a game?
I think there's definitely a couple more conversations with defenders, you know, when I'm running the ball a lot or in the game more. But, you know, I love it. It's part of the game, the trash talk, you know, gets me fired up. It's awesome.
AJ, you talked about your own approach. What do you sense from Patrick and his approach this week now with his effort?
I said it when Patrick first got elevated. You know, he's one of the most hardworking guys I've ever had the opportunity to be around. And, you know, he really busted his tail. And like I said then, like I'm saying now, he deserves every opportunity in front of him. And he, like I said, he's so hardworking. He's, you know, he's always been, you know, in his books, taking his notes. And I just think, like I said, they're just really kind of fine-tuning everything that we got in the game plan this week, just really making sure we got a full grasp on it. And, you know, I'm very confident that he'll be ready to go.
Yes, you feel pretty good that even if you play like trash, they can't bench you because you're an owner now, right?
Well, we're going to go out there, we're going to play great, and, you know, get the job done. But, you know, it is definitely nice to be technically self-employed. I think Aaron Jones also got some ownership, maybe Ben Kirk I saw. But, you know, that's really cool. I mean, this is practically a shareholders meeting, isn't it?
How long do you have to wait in line?
I was up early, so I waited probably like 25 minutes, but I saw some people were in there for some time.
How did you get the idea to do that?
I just saw it kind of on the social media thing going when it was announced, and I was like, oh, this would be really fun. And honestly and truly, who else I mean, outside the Green Bay Packers, like how many other people can say they're an owner, regardless of how significant it is? It's so cool to, have your name in whatever I guess way, be attached to this franchise. It's so historical, so many traditions and things like that. And so I think for me, it was really cool to think, yeah, I'm a player, and one day I'm gonna tell my kids and my grandkids, yeah, I played here, but hey, I'm also an owner. just fun stuff like that. So it's awesome.
Do you think defenses sleep on your speed? Something about that swing pass, 56, took a bad angle, which is what got you going to begin with. It seems like it's a pretty routine thing where you get through the hole. It seems like guys are going for ankles more often than not.
Yeah, I can't speak on anybody else's philosophy. I don't know how they approach, I guess, my game or anybody else's game, but I think something along with me getting more comfortable is also me realizing and remembering that I can do a couple more things than just run straight through people. And as I get more comfortable, I feel like my skill set and the things that I am able to do kind of keep evolving, and I keep practicing things to better my game. So week to week, I try to get better, month to month, and hopefully year to year, trying to just keep adding pieces and better ways to attack the defense.
Let's do one more in the room, and then we're going to go to Zoom.
So if you end up staying up here after your career, could you see yourself being on the board of directors, trying to get on the board of directors or the executive committee up here?
Yeah, I could see it. I mean, the plan is, regardless of, football, wherever it may take me or may not take me, I'm going to be a Green Bay guy for life. So, yeah, definitely. That could be in the future. Definitely a mayor somewhere. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Appreciate your time.
Zoom.
Oh, my bad.
Sarah, let's go to Zoom.
Yep, we have two. Go ahead, Cassidy Hill. Hey, AJ, just two quick ones. First, real quick, how aware were you of the stop sell setup before you became a Packer?
I was aware. So right when I got drafted, well, the next day, the next morning after I got drafted, I watched a huge documentary there's some documentary on YouTube. It's like 2 hours long, and it's just all the Packers facts and everything. And there's this part where they go through the town, they're interviewing all these owners, and I just thought it was the coolest thing. So I knew that it was an opportunity. I didn't know when it would ever happen again or if it would happen again, but when I saw it was definitely something I wanted to, be a part of.
And then just second thing real quick from me, has Aaron sort of been in your ear this week, or Aaron Jones, and just given you any advice, or what's the most important thing he's sort of given you this week now that you are going to be the lead back?
Jonesy's always in my ear. He's always giving me advice. I was, call him like my big brother, and that's really how he treats me. When I first got here, he really took me under his wing, and, every week, whether I'm in or we're both on the sideline, he's kind of, telling me what he sees or things that from his experiences in years past against certain defenders or teams, how I can, attack and approach it, and I think that's what makes him such a great leader.
And last one, Steve McGarty.
When we're getting to your time of year, I know even as soon as you were drafted, people were saying how you'd be such an ideal player for the cold weather with your physical style. Is that something you thought about going into the draft, wanting to play on a northern team, being a northern guy, or was it something that entered your mind at all, either before or immediately after you got drafted?
It didn't go into my mind before. Before I was just like, if I can get to the NFL, wherever it is, I'll be happy. But obviously after I got drafted to Green Bay, kind of really understood what Green Bay was about and watched some highlights and things like that. I was excited. I was excited to get up here, excited to play with the guys, and excited to be part of the tradition for sure.